Sorry. Not really. Any questions, anyone, about anything? About Middle East, anything? I don't know what we're talking about.
Do the tap on slower.
Can't do that, dude. Job security. No, I believe, actually, I'm not a big believer in, like, I mean, I could actually show you a lot of the stuff that I'm doing, or even off the record if you ask me, but I'm not going to, because I'm a firm believer. I don't believe in getting force-fed stuff or taking the easy way out, because I've always liked, I thought if you learn stuff off records, you have a whole library of stuff from Eddie to Page and everything you could learn forever, and you just have it sitting there in your house, and if you could sit there for a week, like I did, and learn like one little solo, it'd take you about a month. But the reason I think that's good for you, instead of somebody showing you something or reading like stuff out of magazines, tabs and things, because you learn your own way of doing it. You're not going to do it like Eddie does it. You're not going to do it like, like Al DiMeola does it. You're going to find your own way of doing it to make it sound like you think it sounds like. So it'll develop like your own little ways of doing your things in the future. So, that's what I believe. So, you can all leave now if you don't like that. Because I'm not going to show you anything. No, any other questions? It's not really done or anything. It's just like, just a bunch of riffs I had, and I just, I kind of panicked before the clinics. It's like my 9th clinic, 10th clinic, I think. And try to put something together. So, just tell me if you like it, something, I'll get rid of it. If you don't like a few parts. Any other questions, man? Come on, man, you guys gotta talk about something. There you go.
How long you been playing?
How long have I been playing? Mike, what time did we get here? For good 3 hours now. I've been playing. No, I've been playing for 9 years, since I was, I think I was a freshman in high school or something like that. I think I was only in high school as for a freshman, that was about it, but yeah, it was like 9 years.
Did you take lessons?
No, I never took lessons. I was lucky enough to be like, I had a big family. I was the youngest, like 10 kids, and everybody played something. So I was always surrounded by instruments, and I could listen to everybody, and nobody really taught me anything. They were a bunch of assholes, but, no, I love my family. I'm just kidding. But I was lucky enough to have piano around, and drums, and bass, and everything, so I just, like, hacked at everything, and now this is what I came up with. Any other... Sorry.
Didn't your dad play violin?
Yeah, he still does. He plays, like, a bunch of instruments. He plays, like, everything. He's a kind of guy you hate, He just, somebody there had a question. Go ahead. All right, no, it's good. First of all, there's a nice little scratch right here. No, I'm glad you asked me that question, because I'm not prepared to answer. No, this guitar, I really want to tell you about. I mean, I'm here doing the clinic for Washburn, and it's, it sounds like something you have to do because you're an endorsee and everything, but I wouldn't be doing this, and I wouldn't be with Washburn if I wasn't really excited about this guitar that I put together with them, because it took me, I used to go into music stores and I hated everything. I always wanted to make my own stuff or kind of, really customize it, because I was never happy with anything. So, a couple of companies asked me to do things, and I was like, no, because nobody really wanted to do my model of my guitar, but Washburn wanted to. So we worked together, and it took me a lot to make me put my other N2 down, because that was like, I live with that thing. And then, so, anyways, I'll tell you about this. This is, first of all, is anybody Ingve fans here? Come on, don't be embarrassed. Raise your hand. No, if you liked him back then, you can like him now. Everybody says he's bullshit, but he isn't. He's a really good player. You know how he took his guitar and spun it around? And he did that thing, and then everybody started doing it, and Cinderella and all these guys started doing it. Well, if you get this guitar, right, it's got this beautiful headstock that I kind of designed but ripped off from a few other people. And you put your finger here, right? Live, it's amazing. You put your finger here and you just spin your guitar. And it just like, it looks so awesome. You wouldn't... Forget this spinning stuff around your shoulders. This looks unbelievable, And not only that, if you drink, right? If you drink, it's a can opener. It doubles as a can opener. And anyways, it's no, let's be serious. Actually, also, you can get it with some paint on it. You don't have to. The reason I just have it wood is because I think it has a lot of personality to it. With the sweat and the dirt and the scum, the bags that we are, and the blood. Because the band really loves to perform live, and I like to show my true colors. And not only that, my mom's really she carves meatballs on them in the kitchen, and You know, every kitchen should have one. So if you get one of these, your mom's gonna really like it a lot, 'cause it's. Whew. Okay. So seriously, it's a smaller body. It's about like this much shaved off a regular strap body, and it's because I'm not a big guy, and I don't just like big bulky guitars, especially in your arms and stuff, because it's hard to play. And not only that, it's got a nice thin neck, you know, long this way. I don't know what that means. Quit school, and this one of the cool things is, you know, it's very simple. But first of all, I got rid of the tone control. Is there any guitar players in here, by the way? Okay, I just want to make sure. I get rid of the tone control because I think it's a crock of shit. I don't think anybody uses them. So you get rid of that. And I moved the volume pot. I played a lot of guitars. Like I used to come to stores, and most of the guitars, and the volume pot is very close to your pickup. And if anybody plays live in here, or even if you're at home and you just, you know, you get into playing, you move around a little bit, you tend to hit your volume pot a lot, and it shuts off just a little bit and it affects your sound a lot. And a lot of times you don't even know it, and it just sounds like crap because your top end goes away. So I moved it down, but not far enough so you can still get to it, but it's not in your way while you're playing. Another thing I did was move the toggle switch over here because you know, it's always hard to get. And I mean, when you're playing live and you know, there's people looking at you, and you know, you got a bunch of girls checking you out. I don't know about this stuff, but you guys do. You got a girl checking you out, right? You're playing a solo. You want to change pickups now. You don't want to look like a goof and start like trying to find your switch, right? So while you're playing in motion, you're playing and you flick your toggle switch. It looks so cool. It's just like, looks like nothing happened, and you can keep your eye contact with them. And no, that's a big thing, because to me, while you're playing, you can just, you know, while you're doing your solo, you can just switch it up or switch it down wherever you want, and you can still keep playing. And the coolest thing about this guitar probably is that I love bolt-ons, the way they sound, and I love the way they feel. So the problem was whenever you play up here, your thumb would always get in the way. I mean, your thumb would get in the way. The bolt-on would get in the way. And because it was always up here, so you could never reach the notes. But with this cutaway, it's still bolted on, but your thumb goes all the way up, and you can hit notes that like only dogs can hear. It's amazing. Notes that you've never heard before. It's pretty sick. Besides that, I use Bill Lawrence pickups and Gibson pickup in this position at Floyd, so that's what the model, signature model, will have. If anybody's interested, I think you should all really buy one, seriously. Christmas is coming and stuff like that. Any other questions? Does that answer the question? Probably too wordy, right? Yeah. Couldn't tell you, man. What'd you say, alder?
I think it's alder.
He thinks it's alder. No, I'm not too familiar with it. My other one is maple. This one I think is alder because it's much lighter. Maple's much heavier. I'm not really a connoisseur of woods or what the difference is between them tone-wise. I haven't noticed much of a big difference. I think tone really comes from your fingers, not from what type of wood it is. But who am I? Any other questions?
Who's your main influence?
Everyone. You know, I've always, you know, a lot of people talk about, you know, as a guitar player, I believe that you should listen to everything, you know, and be a musician, not just a guitar player, because I think you'll go a long way if you listen to a lot of things, different things for different reasons, you know. If I want to listen to guitar, if I want to get my ass kicked in guitar to make me, you know, sit down and play, I'll put on like Steve Vai's new record, you know, because I think that's like amazing, and you know, that type of stuff. But I love writing songs and just being, you know, we have, as guitar players, we in the 80s, I think, I mean, we got amazing players. I mean, anybody can do anything now. It's out of control. I mean, guys playing scales so fast and clean, and arpeggios and sweeps and Pentecostal scales. I don't even know what they're called. It's unbelievable. And but the only thing I think songwriting went out the window. You know, I think we've all become, you know, not me, but everybody in this room has become great solo players. And no, all the people that I grew up in, like, I love Lynch. You know, I think he's great. I love his soul and I love his tone. I think he's got some of the greatest tone in him and Warren. The only thing I think they lack is I'm not a big fan of the songwriting, and I think just in general metal has become this chug thing, and people don't have. I mean, if you listen to the greats that we all grew up on, like Eddie and like Jimmy Page and all the people, even a lot of the later guys, they were great rhythm players. They weren't just solo players. I mean, Eddie was like a great rhythm player, but we kind of ignored that. You know, we just blown away by Eruption and all his stuff and his pull-offs, and we forgot to listen to him, and Page, great riffs. And you can have it all, you know. Why should we write a song around a solo when you can have another 3 minutes of a song to play to? You can write great riffs, you can have fun with it. It's not just, you know, overplay, man, like I do. The band hates me, but fuck them. You know, no, you can have a lot of fun with the whole song. So, you know, don't focus just on everything. You know, be a musician about it and listen to everything, man. So, any other questions?
You write most of the band songs? Who does?
Me and Gary pretty much do. You know, I can't write a lyric to save my life, so I just put music on tape and riffs and try to arrange it like kind of like what you hear in here in a 4-track. You're late, man. You're late. This crowd has been expecting you for a good half hour. I gotta start over. I gotta play that piece again, guys. Sorry. Yeah, me and Gary, and I put it like in form like this, and then maybe give him like a hum track, you know, hum this melody, you know, and then put it down, and he writes his deranged lyrics to it and ruins my songs. And no, I love his writing. He's great. That's pretty much how it works. It's very quick. We write a lot of stuff constantly. Sorry, man. Go.
When you're not on tour, about how many hours a day do you
See, it's funny how you mentioned not on tour, because I was just going to say on tour it's rough to even practice. I'm not on tour. I used to play a lot. Like when I first started, I was like obsessed with this thing, you know. I just lock myself in my room for like 8 hours, 9 hours a day and just play. Forget about eating, forget about knowing people, friends, all that stuff. School. That was a mistake, but we'll get to that later. Graduate high school if you can, believe me. But now it's very hard on the road. You know, you're doing interviews all day, you wake up in a different town, you don't even know where you are, and you just go to the radio, you go to a sound check, you come to clinics, and you don't know where you are. So that's pretty much it. But as much as you can, you know, when you start, you really want it bad enough. You know, people say, how much should I practice? You can't force anybody to play. You're going to want to play and sit down for reasons, whether you're inspired by someone or whether you just want to get better. You don't need somebody to force you to play. You don't need a teacher to tell you to practice. If you don't want it bad enough, then you ain't going to do it. So, you know, that's all. If you want it bad enough, you'll do it. You'll sit your ass down and play, you know, if you love it better. Any other questions? Am I going to sing? Shit me? No. I can't sing. I don't like to sing. I'm very embarrassed of my voice. Gary tries to make me sing in some songs, but I try to keep it low profile in my voice. I don't even like to talk. Does anybody here like their voice recorded? I guess you all do. All right. I'm the only one.